Give it to me like.
Weekly analysis breakdown NASDAQ100, Dow Jones, SPX500, and Russell 2000. Join GrantFX Daily now on Telegram and subscribe to YouTube channel.
So welcome to the GrantFX Daily channel. Before we get into this video, I'm going to do analysis of USD, NASDAQ100 and the S&P500. So basically we can see that where I have my chart open on USD, but before we get into the analysis, my recommended broker is Think Markets. Think Markets is a regulated broker in South Africa. So I'm going to provide this analysis with a Trading Central, which is part of Think Markets. So yeah, before we get into this video, here's my disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I provide any signal source that proves that I'm a financial advisor. This is just for my forecasting and my perspective for the financial markets and the outlooks for the week ahead. And basically, yeah, this is being taken on at your own risk if you do take signals. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically, this is USD on the weekly time frame. As you can see, that with USD did a nice upward movement right here, very solid bullish trend. You can see basically I use the 21-day moving average, which work well with trends. As I go back in time, you can see that this moving average works well with trends, but keeps well with the overall trend. So I'm going to give my perspective from Trading Central now. Basically we can see that the RSI well above a 50% mark. On the RSI, I do use the 14 period of the RSI, the default setting. Basically I use the 50 period for support and resistance. I named that my support and resistance, which is a support and resistance zone actually. So we are well above a 50 mark there, between the 50 and 70 mark. So we can expect buys within the market as well. So I'm going to delete this indicator now, and I'm going to give my perspective via Trading Central. Good. Okay, so push there. This is on the weekly time frame, so I think we're gonna head over to the daily time frame to see the overall outlook for this week ahead. That my analysis view. Something wrong here. That Peter. Okay, there we go. There we have it inside. So basically we can see, so I'll take this away now, delete my RSI. We know that RSI is well above our 50% mark on the weekly time frame. So we can see that the coat of blanket that I use for the 21-day moving average works well. It supports right there. So we can see that USD is well above a pivot level via Trading Central preference, which our pivot level is at 32,000 points. So our first pivot is our first line of support. So we can see that resistance level was broken, acted as support. Well, here you can see market broke above the structure supported here. Retested 32,000, went all above. As you can see, the 21-day moving average just following this trend all along. So yeah, we do have a resistance zone, which is our first resistance line. So basically that is going to be at 35,400 points on USD. So yeah, markets are well above a 50% mark on the daily time frame as well. On the RSI, so we can expect further upward movement. Basically we do have the stress, global distress within China, which caused markets over the weekend when markets opened on Monday, and caused a drop within all indexes and equities. So basically yeah, we go for the COVID zero policy there over in China. People are getting fed up, so basically they are protesting, and that's what's causing the overall outlook. But COVID cases are rising also as well, on the rise. That's why China imposed the COVID zero policy again. So yeah, but we do have overall economic activity happening this week as well. So before I get into that, let me just finish with USD on the daily time frames. This is the outlook via Trading Central. Basically, we are looking for further advance within US30. Basically, US30, I did a video in my YouTube channel where I gave an analysis for US30, basically breaking out of its bear market trend. Basically, it's heading into a bull market now. So we are going to expect a maybe slightly a lower level still, because this market went up, positive uptrend. So we're gonna see some bears coming in again just for a retest somewhere. But yeah, we do see the further advance within the Dow Jones Industrial. So basically, our preference is long positions above 32,000 with targets in 35,400, which is our resistance 1 level, and as a resistance 2 level, which will be 36,950 points in extension. I'm just gonna look what is the highest level of the Dow Horizon. I think it's above 36, I think. But yeah, alternative scenario which didn't happen is below 32,000, which is our pivot level. So we expect sales below our pivot level. But the comment there says the RSI is bullish and calls for further advance. So yeah, this is a nice climb within US30. So now I'm just gonna take the trading central preference away, delete my RSI, and I'm just gonna show what I mean by the broken trend that we're in with US30. Basically, US30 is the only index that has broken out of its bear market. Maybe we're gonna see some consolidation between the indexes now, as we're going into December. Basically, the China unrest is making we are maybe going to consolidate between the indexes, and maybe NASDAQ and the S&P can maybe just break out of the bear market trend. But we do see the Dow Industrial Average has broken out of its trend. So we can see if I draw my trend line right here, you can see that we even retested this broken trend, and markets actually pushed up higher. So with last week's weekly close, we can see that that candle is maybe a bullish engulfing candle, or a hammer candle, or a piercing candle. But I do see maybe it's a bullish engulfing candle, or we can say it's a hammer. But we do see that we started the week within the negative territory. So basically, markets on down for this week. But we do have several economic activity happening this week. So we got the NFP that's happening this Friday as well, Federal Jerome Powell speaking as well. We do got stocks still in focus as well, with earnings in the fourth quarter. So basically, yeah. And we got something releasing today as well, which is consumer confidence that's releasing as well. And we have ADP releasing, and we do have the GDP releasing as well. Job openings, home sales, core PCE, unemployment claims, and unemployment rate, and NFP happening this Friday. So that is my analysis and outlook for US30. So let's head over to NASDAQ100. So this is the daily time frame for NASDAQ100. This is the trading central preferred. So we can see that NASDAQ 100 broke above its pivot line, which was at 11,240 points. Our pivot is our first line of support. And you can see that the 21-day moving average works well with this trend here. You can see that it was in a bear market trend, and this market was consolidating between here, breaking above this moving average, breaking below this moving average, eventually breaking again above this moving average, and now acting as support on this 21-day moving average. So basically, we can see that NASDAQ has been consolidating between this area right here. So this is a nice support basically on NASDAQ 100. So we tested this area twice. As you can see, we tested twice there, and we tested twice here now. So what can we expect there? We can see maybe markets are making a reverse from that point of view, and just going up to our first resistance level, which is at 12,100. So we did test that level and had a huge rejection right there. So we can maybe expecting, but we can see this is a nice A, B, C, D pattern. Maybe we can expect the bounce up in the reversal. But if we do break this level, we can test our pivot line and maybe go below our pivot line and go further to the downside and test the October lows, which is at 10,450 points on NASDAQ 100. But yeah, we have two double touches here, which is right here, and even at this point, if I drag my rectangle square above here, we can even see that we do have two touches as well at this point. I'm gonna move those arrows. We have 2 touches as well there, and from the bottom. So what can we expect from this point? We can maybe consolidate until we break out of the bear market, because that trend line is possible just near till this point here. And basically, if we consolidate between this week and till into next week, we are still expecting the center cross rally that investors are talking about. That happens in the December month, the center cross rally. So yeah, we can maybe just consolidate here on the daily time frame, or play around in that area. But that's going to be my my support and resistance zone. If it's going to break above that zone, we know it's heading higher. But if it breaks below, we're looking for further downside to our pivot level, which is at level 1240. So yeah, this is my outlook for the NASDAQ100 for the week ahead. Basically, we can maybe see some positive, or we can just see some consolidation. As we can see, we do have an important day happening tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So yeah, let's head over to the S&P 500. I'm going to analyze the S&P 500 now on the daily time frame as well. I see clear on the daily time frame for the week ahead, but we do see some positive on the daily time frame for the S&P. So you can see on the RSI it's well above a 50% mark. Like I said, I do use that key point as support and resistance. We can see the market actually rejected this area and broke above resistance, acting as support. So we are talking about this specific area right here. And as you can see, that the 21-day moving average works well with the trend. So we are looking for nice support. The market actually gave us now 3 weekly candles. So we can see that there's actually nice strong support on that area right there. So now I'm going to delete my RSI indicator and insert the analyst views via Trading Central, which is part of Think Markets. Think Markets is my regulated broker, situated in Sandton. Think Markets is a regulated broker in South Africa. So yeah, this is the outlook for the S&P 500. So basically, we can see that it's well above a pivot on the weekly time frame. So we actually tested our weekly pivot as well, which is at the 3,905 points, and our pivot is our first line of support. Basically, we can see we are consolidating between this trend, which is our pivot, so we can act as support between that point of line there. But we do have support by the 21-day moving average as well. So yeah, so we are expecting maybe markets for the S&P to rise to, say, our first resistance line, which is at 4,120 points. But yeah, basically we can see that the S&P actually broke above its 4,000 point mark, but then broke below again. It broke below that point again because of the unrest happening in China. So yeah, let's head over to the daily time frame, but that maybe to see the S&P rising for this week's ahead coming. Looks positive, for breaking out of this bear market trend basically. So we can consolidate between this area of the pivot and between our trend, and we can maybe see the market breaking out there. Yeah, so that's my outlook for the S&P. So let's give our Trading Central preference comments here. So we do see further advance for the S&P 500. Long positions above a pivot line, which is at 3,905, with targets to our first resistance line, which is at 4,120 points and 4,200 points within extension. So basically, the alternative scenario, which is a pivot line, if it was below that line, then we look for further downside with targets 3,810 points and 3,700 points as targets if it does break below a pivot line. But we are holding strong support well above a pivot. And we can see maybe with the markets rising, and we do have strong support by the 21-day moving average. So the RSI is bullish and calls for further upside for the S&P as well. So yeah, that's the outlook for the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and the US 30 index. So basically, by next week, I'll be analyzing, the ZAR Top 40 index which is the top 40 companies within South Africa, and I'm going to analyze that index as well as small caps Russell 2000, which I do like trading as well. And I'll be going through the dollar index and well as the volatility index. So basically I'm going to head over now to the US index just to give you an outlook, where we are heading with the dollar index. So you can see that the dollar actually came well, rejected well at this point of view right there, which is at 114, and basically the rejected. So we're well above a 21-day moving average. As you can see, the 21-day moving average actually played well nice with the trend on dollar index. Basically now we're well below our dollar index on the weekly time frame, and we are expecting maybe slight support to this region, well, yeah, where my horizontal line is, which is at 103. But we see strong support right at this region right there. This is on the monthly time frame. As you can see that the dollar index broke above a resistance zone, which is at this level right here, and now it's retesting that zone. So basically we are seeing some rejection there, but we do have a new monthly candle coming out, which is December on Thursday, and we will see what happens further with this dollar index. So we can maybe see more further declines within the dollar index and testing our 21-day moving average. So the dollar can maybe still go for further declining, maybe till this region right there. And yeah, so that's the outlook. And the VIX has been dropping as well. You can see the VIX is actually at the critical point now. It broke out of this trend, so we can maybe expect, so this is our retest candle here for this week, so maybe we can expect further declines as well in our VIX index. So yeah, so that is my analysis for the dollar index as well as for the VIX. So don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and don't forget to share. So subscribe to this channel.